Alright, what's up gamers? It's your boy Kyrogas bringing you another tier list courtesy of the Wheel of Content. Today we're doing Gatorade flavors. I don't know if this is enough flavors, I just clicked on the first one I found. But we're about to do this Gatorade tier list right here, right now. Now, I'm going to be pretty unopinionated on a lot of them, but there's a few that I love. But there's only like 3 I'd say are S tier. For real. On Jaw. S tier. The classic red fruit punch flavor. Absolutely S tier. Glacier Cherry, the white one, S tier. Only other S tier. I want to make sure I get the right one. It's Glacier Freeze. I think is what it's called. I think it's this one. It might be this one. The coloring kind of confuses me. And I can't really zoom in. Those are S tier. Fruit Punch, Glacier Cherry, Glacier Freeze. Those are the holy trinity of Gatorade flavors. In my humble opinion, of course. But there are some A flavors. Now, some people might give me heat for this. I'm telling you, you're wrong if you disagree. Yellow is actually so good. And so is orange. I might drop orange to B, but I really like both of those so much. They might be the only ones I'll give A tier. I'm going to go kind of quickly through this. But I actually really like orange and yellow. They don't compete here. I'll tell you what I really don't like. Is the standard blue flavor. Cool Blue sucks. And it's everywhere. I swear anytime like there is an event or like at school, it was the only flavor they ever had. The freaking Cool Blue Gatorade flavor is so trash. It's like I'll drink it, but I don't want it. It's D tier, bro. It's D tier. It's D tier. Let's see. What's an F tier? You know what I hate actually? Because when I grew up, I loved, like, grape flavor things, and I, like, really don't now. I mean, I still love, like, grape soda and, like, grape juice, but, like, it used to be, like, the grape Skittle, the grape fruit snack. Like, it used to be, like, the grape flavor was always my favorite flavor of everything, and that just changed at one point. That being said, I really hate the grape Gatorade. Lime at the bottom. Are you talking about lemon lime? Because you're so wrong. It's so good, dude. I love it. It's so good. Let's see what else we got. I can't read what these flavors are. The green apple one's okay. It's kind of D tier as well. I kind of feel the same way about the blue one. Like, I'll drink it, but, like, I don't really like it. And there's a lot of the weird ones. These are really good. I might go A tier for that. I don't remember what this flavor is called, but it's really good. I'm actually going to throw it in A tier. The Glacier, the Frost flavors are really good. The Fierce flavors are not as good. This might be the one I can't tell if this one or Glacier Freeze. It's kind of hard for me to tell. I'm actually going to look it up real quick. Lime's an L. Orange is also buns. Y'all are capping, bro. Glacier Freeze Gatorade is definitely the bluer one. So that would make this one A tier though, because this color is still good, I'm pretty sure. I'll put those in A. If those are in A though, I probably will drop orange and yellow to B. Because I do like these Frost flavors more. I'll give y'all that. I'll drop them from A down to B, but they're still very good. Which leaves us with a lot of the weird ones. These like light colored flavors are not it. I'm going like this. And then this feels pretty good. I feel pretty good about this. I can't name all these flavors, so I don't really have the names for them. But this feels good for my Gatorade tier list. What are we thinking? We vibing with it? Yes, no? I mean, clearly y'all hate yellow, lemon, lime, but it's actually really good. So I'm not going to stand for that. It will not go lower than B. Oh, this is not the normal orange. This is the Frost orange. I don't even know if I know that. Is this the actual orange? Orange is like the OG Gatorade flavor. That or red. Is this technically orange? It doesn't look like it. I don't know. I was thinking this was the normal orange flavor. Oh well. I'm vibing with this tier list. What do we think? That was quick. That was snappy. Should we do another tier list? Make a full episode? Most of the tier list episodes are like an hour. because we do 2 or 3 pretty long ones. This one was just snappy. I just ripped this one quick. We vibing? Yes, no? You know what we did before? A few episodes ago? Well, or maybe it wasn't a few episodes ago. Maybe it was a while ago. We did the Pokemon Games tier list. But a while ago, didn't we do the Generation 8 Pokemon? I'm looking through and I don't see them, actually. I swear we did Generation 8 Pokemon at one point. But I don't see that. Maybe I didn't save it. Maybe I forgot to save it. But I kind of want to do the other generations. So we do different generations of Pokemon. That sounds kind of cool. We just start with Gen 1. It's gonna be 150 Pokemon. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm vibing with it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we are going to do our second list of the episode. I believe in a previous episode, we ranked in a tier list all of the Generation 8 Pokemon, because Generation 9 was about to come out. But I didn't save an image of the tier list, so I'll have to go check the YouTube series to see if I saved that video anywhere. But I figured we gotta do the rest of the generations, because why not? So, I'm gonna do this tier list of all the original Generation 1 151 Pokemon, and we're just gonna go through Dex order and just rank them tier list. So this is gonna be a lot of rankings, so we're gonna have to go kind of quick. So I'm gonna have to kind of go fast. So right off the rip, off the bat, I'm gonna go Bulbasaur A tier. Ivysaur, I actually really like Ivysaur. I'm gonna go B tier. Venusaur, I might get hate for this, and I'll as always, as every single tier list, I will reassess at the end. Venusaur, I'm gonna have to go B tier as well. Charmander, A. Charmeleon, B. Charizard is S. I'm not a Charizard fanboy. I know Charizard is overly loved, but Charizard is an S tier Pokemon. You can't argue. That being said, I'm going S tier for Squirtle. I think Squirtle is the best basic Generation 1 or Gen 1 starter. Like in its just normalist form. Wartortle, though, is the worst stage 2. Wartortle is going C tier. Might even should be D. It's just so jarring. Oddish S+, Vileplume F. Interesting. I'm gonna go C for Wartortle, though. Blastoise is S, though. Blastoise and Squirtle are the first Pokemon I ever had. Squirtle's the first line I had. I just love them. Caterpie. Caterpie is so lovable for its crappiness, but is that good enough? Like, I kind of want to go C. I'll go C tier. Metapod F. Butterfree is chill. Butterfree goes to B tier. Weedle D. Kakuna. I mean, it's a very peculiar shape and it hardens. For that alone, D tier. Beedrill is cool. I almost want to put Beedrill in A tier, but we'll go B. Pidgey. Pidgey is honestly my least favorite of that line, but it's still great. Is it great enough? Is it B or C? It's B. Pidgeotto is just like the best stage 2 ever. Do I go all the way up to A? I will. And then Pidgeot will be B. Pidgeotto, I'm going to A though. Rattata? Love Rattata. Going C. Raticate, I'll put in C as well. Spearow and Fearow, I like them a bit. Metapod S, WTF, at least A. I'm not a Metapod guy. Spearow and Fearow I kind of liked as a kid, but they're just the lamest Pokemon when you actually think about it. They're like the worst birds in this generation and just never once have mattered ever. I'm going D tier for both of them. Sorry. The memes? Nah, not enough for me. Ekans and Arbok, they suck, like, competitively, but they're so cool. I mean, Ekans is okay. Also, Snake backwards, Cobra backwards. Ekans is okay. I'm gonna go C for Ekans, but Arbok, I like. I'm gonna go B for Arbok. And then you've got Pikachu and Raichu. Pikachu's going... I mean, it's too easy to put Pikachu S tier because, like, he's the... Nothing makes me happier than when the only person I have in chat is just crapping on my opinions, but it's okay. Thanks, Lance, for being supportive. It's too easy to put Pikachu in S tier because he's the Poke. I mean, I guess I have to. I really like Raichu too. I'm gonna put both of them in A tier. It's my list. I don't care. Pikachu's the mascot. Yeah, it kind of has to be S tier, doesn't it? I don't want it to be though. I don't want it to be though. I'll put Metapod D tier. I'm gonna reconsider it though. It could drop down back to F easily. Fine, I'll put Pikachu S. Sandshrew and Sandslash. Very C tier Pokemon. Now I've got the Nidoran line. So Nidoran female, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, F tier. Nidoran male, Nidorino, and Nidoking, S tier. Moving on. That was hilarious though. Come on, you gotta admit, that was funny. Is women bad, right? Isn't that hilarious? Everyone laugh. In actuality though, C, A. I will not further explain myself. Clefable and Clefairy. Clefable is way different to me now with its competitive niche. I guess niche might not be the right word, but getting the fairy type and being so strong makes me see Clefable differently. I'll go B and C. There's probably going to be a sizable chunk of C tier. Vulpix and Ninetales. Vulpix on its own is okay. Is it C? It might be B. I'll go B for Vulpix. And Ninetales is an A. Ninetales is a great Pokemon. Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff. I suppose I'll go B. And I actually love Wigglytuff. Mainly from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, but I love Wigglytuff. Zubat and Golbat. Zubat is a maybe D. I'm gonna go C tier. I am fond of Zubat because it makes me think of Crobat. And then Golbat's pretty cool. I'll go B for Golbat. Oddish, Gloom, and Vileplume. This is... C. I hate Gloom. I'm not gonna lie. I hate Gloom. Gloom's F. I'm sorry. I'll let Vileplume be C, but Gloom is F. I'm sorry. Paris and Parasect, F, D. Parasect, I don't know. Paris sucks too, though. Venonat and Venomoth, right? They're both C. They're whatever. I don't hate them, but they're pretty forgettable. Diglett and Dugtrio. B. I don't really like Dugtrio, though. C. I mean, it's fine. It's just not enough. Diglett goes B, though. Diglett's classic. Meowth and Persian. I'll go... I almost want to give them both A. I've always really liked Persian. I've never used Persian that much. I used Persian some in my Fire Red, which was my first Pokemon game, but since then, I've never really used Persian much. As much as I like Meowth in them. I almost want to go A. I'll go A for now. We'll see how I feel. I know I'm about to get more hate. I hate Psyduck and Golduck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I know people love Psyduck for some reason. I've always hated this line. Call it an L list all you want. I got to. Just have to. I've never liked him. First of all, they're not Psychic type for some reason, which has always just been weird to me. But they're just weird looking ducks. I just don't like it. I'm sorry. I know they're beloved for some reason, but I've always not liked them. We'll just hold on. We're gonna see what this list shapes up to. There's a lot of amazing Pokemon we've not gotten to yet. Mankey and Primeape, they're pretty C tier. I like them better than some of the C tier Pokemon on here. Now that I reevaluate thinking that way, I do have to drop some. Venonat and Venomoth are going D. I think that's fine. I'll put Primeape in B. Primeape's kind of cool. I feel bad Wartortle being down to C, but I'll live with it. Growlithe and Arcanine. Arcanine might even be S tier. I think I'll give it to it. I'm gonna drop Pikachu to A. I'm gonna give Arcanine S tier. I don't even really think of myself as that much of an Arcanine fan, but it's such a cool Pokemon. Growlithe though, meh. C. Never cared too much for Growlithe on its own. Lance saying hold on, some hot take incoming. Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. My favorite of these for some reason has always been Poliwhirl, B. Other two, C. Poliwag, D. I don't even like Poliwag though. Look, F. You should have listened to me talk about it. I hate those two Pokemon. I don't know why. I've always hated them. I mean, I kind of know why. I literally, from, like, when I first saw them as, like, 3-year-old kid playing Fire Red, I was like, what are these dumb ducks? It's like your third favorite Gen 1 Mon. I don't know what people like about, and I know they're beloved. Like, I see online all the time, people love Sonic and Golduck. I have no idea why. I've always hated them. Now we're getting to some good Pokemon, though. It's just this stupid little yellow duck. I guess that's why people like it. I don't like it. Abracadabra, Alakazam. Some of my favorite Pokemon ever. Alakazam, S tier. And the other two... Abras can be annoying to catch, but they're so fun when you see them in the wild. Kadabra is great, but also just kind of the annoying not Alakazam. He's a mood. Psyduck is not a mood to me. I'll chill a little bit and go B tier for the... But I think of them so much higher than, like, Diglett and them. Do I go A tier? I'm going A tier. I'm going for it. It's my list. I'll drop Abra to B. Okay. Machop, Machoke, Machamp. Machop, B tier. Machamp, also B tier. Machoke. Machamp, though, I love Machamp. Machamp is S tier. Machamp is S tier. Also, soon my face cam is going to be covering up some of the list. I'm sorry. Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell. I'm not gonna lie, never been a huge fan. I do like Victory Bell a decent bit. Weeping Bell, because of the Shippage Starter Squad series, I am the Forest King. You are the worst tree. I like Weeping Bell a lot more for that, but in-game, do not care for it. I'm going D for Bellsprout. C for Weeping Bell. I'll give Victory Bell a B. Victory Bell's cool. Never really used Victory Bell that much. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Tentacool, the most annoying thing ever. So annoying. D tier. Tentacruel, I like a lot, though. Tentacruel's fun. It's a nice little special tank. Tentacruel, I'll give it B tier, but I really like it. I like me some Tentacruel. Now we got Geodude, Graveler, and Golem. For some reason, I don't really feel this way now. When I was a kid, I loved Graveler for some reason. I loved Graveler. Like, when my brother had, like, Sapphire and I was using Fire Red, I wanted him to trade me a Graveler. And I didn't realize that Graveler evolved into Golem when you leveled it up. And I didn't think Golem looked cool at all, but I thought Graveler was so cool for some reason. So he would trade me Gravelers, and they kept... Because you could get them for free in some cave. So he kept trading me Gravelers, and they kept evolving into Golems. I was mauling, bro. I was like 4 or 5 years old. I was like, I want Graveler. I don't want this stupid Golem. Don't really feel that way now. I really like Geodude. Geodude's a solid Pokemon, dude. I'm going B tier for Geodude. I might just give them all B tier. Graveler's probably my least favorite of the line now, especially for like the self-destruct stuff. I'll go C. Golem, I'll give you B too. I like Golem though. Ponyta and Rapidash. Some people love these Pokemon. I don't hate them by any means. I don't love them. They're C or B. Okay, I feel bad how some of this list is shaping. So here's what we're going to do. Bulbasaur and Charmander are going up to S. And then the other starters are going up to A. Wartortle's going up to B. Okay, I'm feeling better now. Feeling a little bit better now. And I'll give Ponyta and Rapidash B. Slowpoke and Slowking. I hate Slowking. I honestly don't like either of them. I'm sorry. Some people might like these guys. Maybe they're a mood too, and I don't know. But I'm going D tier. I've literally never liked either of them. Or this is Slowbro. Slowpoke and Slowbro. Slowking, I kind of... My throat's starting to get really worn down. That's what's been sick the past week. I do kind of like Slowking more, but I don't really care for these two. Slowpoke and Slowbro. Magnemite and Magneton. Magnemite, solid. Small. I hate Slowking and Slowbro too. Alright, bet. Magnemite is a very solid, just first stage basic Pokemon. Magnemite, I'm going B tier. Magneton, I like Magnezone. Magneton, I've never really liked though. C tier. Farfetch'd, F. It's just pointless. It's just pointless. A super rare, crappy, normal flying bird. For no reason. Farfetch'd by itself is so pointless. So pointless. Doduo and Dodrio. I'm gonna go C for Doduo and B for Dodrio. Seal and Dugong, F Pokemon. F Pokemon. Forgettable Seals, so lame. The only reason I remember Dugong is because in Fire Red, Lorelei, who's the first Elite Four member's lead, is Dugong, I'm pretty sure. So the only reason I remember is because every time you fight the Elite Four, the first Pokemon I would see is Dugong. That's the only thing I can tell you about Dugong. And Seal is just a seal, but they're so pointless. Grimer and Muck. I like him okay. I think I like him all the C tier. I'll go... I guess I'll go... I'm torn between B and C for them. I'll go B. I'll be nice to Grimer and Muck. I'll go B. Shelder and Cloyster. Shelder, don't care for. D. Cloyster, really cool. B. Certainly. That's not Surfetched. That's Farfetch'd. And you gotta listen. If you want to have a problem with my rankings, you gotta at least listen to my explanation. Farfetch'd is so pointless. It's a super rare, super weak bird in Gen 1 that's literally worse than like every other bird. It literally serves no purpose. Surfetch'd didn't exist till Gen 8. And it's a regional form. So that's a completely different Farfetch'd. Galarian Farfetch'd, much better. Normal Farfetch'd, so stupid, so pointless. Nothing cool about it. Gengar line is epic. Let's get this off the... Let's just go ahead and get this out of the way. Gengar, S tier. Gengar, one of the freaking best Pokemon ever. S tier. Ghastly and Haunter. I guess I'll throw B. Why not? No, I hate Farfetch'd. It's dumb. Onix. I love Steelix. I've never been a fan of Onix. Onix is C. Drowsy and Hypno. There's a weird time in my life where I thought Drowsy was kind of a cool Pokemon. But yeah, these are just weird. D tier. Krabby and Kingler I actually like. I'm throwing them both in B tier. Voltorb and Electrode. Voltorb and Electrode, though. They're just so dumb. And they self-destruct. No, I don't like them. I won't go F, but they're D. I'm sorry. They're just stupid and they're just Pokeballs that explode. Don't like them. Execute and Executor. You're not about to tell me you like Voltorb and Electrode, bruh. No way. Execute and Executor. C and B. Cubone and Marowak. I'll give them B as well. I like their line and their lore is cool. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan. I actually love Hitmonlee. I didn't like it that much as a kid. The Shady Penguin Egglock and a lot of his other series, he had a Hitmonlee named Erasmo in his Fire Red Shady Lock. And I watched the crap out of Shady Penguin when I was a kid. And so I really started to love a lot of Pokemon there. But Erasmo, the Hitmonlee, became one of my favorite Pokemon. S tier for Hitmonlee. Hitmonchan, also cool. I'm just going to go B for Hitmonchan, though. Hitmonlee, special place in my heart for early YouTube days. I'm going to go S tier. Fighting Chicken Nugget. No, I didn't really care for Hitmonlee when I was like a young kid, but I grew to love it. So that's a personal one. Without a personal attachment to Hitmonlee, it'd be probably B as well. But I love it. Lickitung, F. Hopefully you're not going to argue that. Lickitung, F, bro. The most uncomfortable Pokemon. Coughing and Wheezing, I don't like either. I really don't. I never have. I'm going D. And their best day, they might be C tier, but I'm going D for Coughing and Wheezing. Rhyhorn and Rhydon are cool. Lickitung at least B. Rhydon and Rhyhorn are cool. At least B. Rhydon I'm going to put in A. In A. The first ever created Pokemon, it's super cool. Coughing, Wheezing, S. I know they are kind of attached to Lance in some way. Chansey is a very nice Pokemon. I'm not going to go S, but I'm going A for Chansey. I've always loved Chansey and Blissey. Competitively, they can be annoying, but I've always liked them a lot. I don't like Tangela. I'm not going to go quite F. Is it C tier? Chansey F? Why? I literally have loved Chansey my whole life. I just said competitively they're annoying. Tangela's got to be like maybe C on its best day as well. I'll give it C. It's better than Coughing and Wheezing. I get at least B or A. Kangaskhan. I do like Kangaskhan. How much though? I'm not going to give it A. I'll give it B. We have a lot more B Pokemon than I was expecting. Horsey and Seadra. Now, Kingdra is really cool. I don't really care for these that much. Horsey, C. I'll give Seadra. I'll give Seadra a B. Goldeen and Seaking, F. Dumbest fish Pokemon. Seaking is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I know it's probably the most realistic looking fish, but it's so ugly. And I hate Goldeen too. Also, Goldeen, a little side note, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Every time I throw out a Pokeball, I got a freaking Goldeen going, Goldeen, splashing around doing absolutely nothing. And every time my freaking brothers threw out a Pokeball, they got a legendary Pokemon to one-shot me. So freaking bullcrap. Smash Bros. Adds to my hatred for Goldeen. Staryu and Starmie. I love them. Staryu is a B. Starmie is an A. I really like this line. Very solid water type line. Starmie's super fast, powerful water psychic type. Really like them. Mr. Mime. A lot of people want to instant F Mr. Mime, and it does suck, but I'm going to go D tier for Mr. Mime. I don't hate it quite as much. It's a fun screen setter. Plus, you could trade for a Mr. Mime in Gen 1, or at least Fire Red, which is Gen 1 in my head. And I remember doing that and thinking that was cool, because it was like the first in-game trade I did. Which is like the first trade I did, because it was before I traded, I think. Well, maybe I didn't, but it was the first in-game trade I did for sure. So I'm going to very kindly give Mr. Mime a D, but it's probably just an F Pokemon. That Kobe fish is A or B? What fish are you talking about? Are you talking about Seaking and Goldeen? Scyther, very cool Pokemon. Scizor is an S tier Pokemon. Scyther, I've never cared too much for Scyther on its own. Plus, it's a bug type in Gen 1, which is pretty freaking weak. I'm going to go B for Scyther. It very well could be A. It's a B+. How is Seaking A or B? I don't know what Lance values. Jinx, F. I have no... Mr. Mime I had a little saving grace for. There's no saving Jinx. It's just terrible. Electabuzz and Magmar are very solid. Again, I love Electivire and Magmortar. Electabuzz and Magmar, though, are kind of on the Scyther tier for me. When they end up getting evolutions, their evolutions are so awesome. But for them on their own, they're good, but they're not quite A for me. They're B+, though. Pinsir, he doesn't end up getting an evolution. He gets a Mega. Pinsir is the same deal for me. Pinsir is a B. Pinsir never really gets better than a B, though. The other three do. Pinsir kind of stays at a B. Tauros, I like Tauros, but honestly, yes, it's like the most broken competitive Gen 1 Pokemon ever, but I obviously wasn't around for that. And so Tauros to me, because it was heavily nerfed after that, has just always been a really forgettable normal type that you like find on the Safari, and that's about it. I'm giving Tauros a C. Maybe if I was around for its powerful days, I might feel differently. Tauros is a C for me, though. I literally forget it exists a lot, except for the Gen 1 competitive thing, just because I've learned the history of competitive battling. Magikarp and Gyarados, baby. Magikarp, notoriously the weakest Pokemon on its own of all time, but it's so iconic. Magikarp is B. And Gyarados, of course, one of my top 2 favorite Pokemon of all time, is going to be an easy S tier. Sorry, my face cam's still covering it up a little bit. Lapras is also an amazing Pokemon. It's S tier as well. I'm not even a massive Lapras fan, but it's an S tier Pokemon. We are getting to the cream of the crop now. There are some heat bangers coming up. Ditto, such a gimmick Pokemon, but it's such a great, like, just iconic. It's an icon. Ditto is an icon. Is that enough for me to make it an A tier Pokemon? I mean, I don't like Ditto's annoying, especially in like competitive. I hate fighting against Dittos, but it's iconic. It's either a B+ or an A. I'll give it an A. Why not? I might switch it up. It's on the border of an A and a B, but I'll bump it to A. Why not? Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. Eevee is A. Vaporeon, A. Jolteon, A. Flareon really just sucks, though. Flareon, to me, has never been cool. And I love Fire-type Pokemon, so you'd think I'd like the Fire version, but Flareon's got to be C for me. But the rest of the Eevee line in Gen 1, really, really awesome. A tier at least for sure. I could understand putting any of these in S tier. Maybe not Vaporeon as much, but Eevee and Jolteon are they're A+. They're very close to S. Porygon, it was always an interesting Pokemon because it was unique, but nah, it's C tier for Porygon. Ammonite and Omastar. I know there's like the whole Lord Helix meme. I never really liked these guys. I'm going C for Ammonite. I'll give Omastar a B. I did much prefer these, although I did not like Kabuto. Kabuto sucks, D tier, but Kabutops, A tier. Kabutops, so cool. So cool. That leaves us with absolute legends. Absolute legends. A's and up from here on out. Aerodactyl, such a cool Pokemon. Oh, very intense music just started. Lamau, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, finishing out this list, we got A's and up only from here on out. Aerodactyl, I think I'm gonna give it S. It's just so cool. Freaking I literally said pterodactyl because that's a meme I said from Gravity Falls. Literally a pterodactyl Pokemon. Looks like a dragon. It's just so epic. I gotta go S for Aerodactyl. Snorlax, so good. Do I want to go all the way to S for Snorlax? Yes, I do. Snorlax is also iconic. I love Snorlax. S tier. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Zapdos, easy S tier. It's the best of them for me. I honestly love Articuno. It's one of the most majestic Pokemon. I'm going to give Articuno S as well. I know Articuno kind of sucks, but I love Articuno. My least favorite, again, I love Fire-type Pokemon. And when I was a kid, I liked Moltres a lot more. Moltres is definitely my least favorite of the original legendary birds. And now Lancing Aerodactyl is mid. Such an L take. I can see an argument for it being A and not S, but I love Aerodactyl. Moltres is A. It's still a really amazingly cool legendary Pokemon. But these days, I just don't like it nearly as much as the other two. Zapdos is easily the best, but I like Articuno a lot. Dratini and Dragonair are A tier. They're so elegant, so amazing. Plus, they mean I get to have Dragonite, who... There was a time Dragonite was my favorite Pokemon. In the days of, like, Generation 5, Dragonite was probably my favorite Pokemon. I don't know why that era made me love Dragonite, but I loved Dragonite, S tier Pokemon. Dragonite was like my favorite Pokemon for the entirety of Generation 5. I don't know why. I literally like cheated like amazing Dragonites into my Pokemon White. I remember doing that. There was like an iPhone app you could download where you could literally like spawn Pokemon into your game. I wasn't able to move them up to the next generation because they could tell they were hacked, so they wouldn't let you migrate them. But I literally made so many amazing Dragonites that I spawned into my Pokemon White because I was just so obsessed with Dragonite for some reason at the time. Which leaves us with our final two legendaries, Mewtwo and Mew. Mewtwo is like the legendary of legendaries. Mewtwo is S tier. And Mew, I'm going to give A tier. Mew's very great, but not quite S tier for me. So that's our list. Is there anything I'm really disagreeing with right now? Our S tier, Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle, the OG starters are all S tier, I suppose. I had Charmander and Bulbasaur in A, but I kind of changed the structure of my list a bit. Charizard, Blastoise is also S. Arcanine, Alakazam, Machamp, Gengar, Hitmonlee, Gyarados, Lapras, Aerodactyl, Snorlax, Zapdos, Articuno, Dragonite, Mewtwo. So the only ones I would like consider moving to A, but they're still A plus if anything, would be like Arcanine, Hitmonlee, Lapras, Aerodactyl. They're kind of the lower end, so I'll move them to the end. So Arcanine, Hitmonlee, Lapras, and these are all still fantastic Pokemon. These last four here, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all kind of like S minus, but they're still great. Everything else though, absolutely A or S tier for sure. Yeah, that's my Generation 1 Pokemon list. Lance really disagreed with a lot. If you're watching this on YouTube, I want to hear what you think of this list. I'm certain I put some people's favorite Pokemon way low. I understand if you want to argue. Where did you agree? Where did you disagree? Please let me know. This was a lot of fun. And yeah, maybe in our next episode we'll do Generation 2, but we're going to do it at some point for sure. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you later. Peace.